Morning, dear students. Today's class is a continuation of our previous video where I started with the straight line method. Straight line method, it's a way of calculating depreciation, and annually we calculate the depreciation. So annual depreciation, the formula once again I'm repeating for you. It is original cost of the asset. Original cost of the asset, again it is a combination of cost of asset plus any installation charges or any carriage, that is transportation charges if any. We'll add all together, this will form the cost of the asset, and we'll minus the scrap value from it. Scrap value is the value, children, when an asset is no longer in use, and as per its supply and demand a particular rate is fixed, that is called as the scrap value. And it is maximum, in maximum cases it is the minimal value of the asset. So scrap value, it can also be called as the salvage value or residual value or breakup value. So that is about scrap value, children. So when we minus the scrap value from the original cost of the asset and we divide it by estimated life of the asset, we get the annual depreciation. Now what is estimated life of the asset? Every asset we make an estimation that these many years the asset will be used or useful to the organization. So that estimation number of years is the estimation of the lifespan of the asset. So that is how we calculate the annual depreciation, children. And for rate of depreciation, the annual depreciation, in case if it is given in the question, you'll take it directly or else you'll solve it following the formula just now I have said, and you'll divide it by original cost of the asset and you will multiply it by 100. So these two formulas you'll have to remember, students, because very important again in calculating depreciation. So let us see one of the sums. Children, here is the first illustration from your textbook. It says an asset is purchased for 40,000. The useful life of the asset is 10 years and the residual value is rupees 4,000. You will have to find out the annual depreciation and rate of depreciation, children. Just have a look at the question. Find out the annual depreciation and rate of depreciation under straight line method. Already I have taught you the annual depreciation and rate of depreciation formula. When you put that formula into use, annual depreciation is original cost of the asset minus the scrap value or the residual value, divided it by estimated life of the asset. If you see in the question, the original cost of the asset is given as 40,000, the estimated residual value is 4,000, and the life of the asset given is 10 years. Have a look at the question. When you put all these figures into the formula, you will get the annual depreciation, children, that is 40,000 minus 4,000, divided it by 10. You will get 36,000, divide it by 10. Zeros will get cancelled, the numerator and denominator, you will be left with 3,600. This is your annual depreciation, children. If you remember the formula for the rate of depreciation, it is annual depreciation divided by original cost of the asset and multiply it by 100. So when you put that into use, this formula into use, you'll get annual depreciation. How much you calculated? Just have a look at the A bit, 3,600. What is the original cost of the asset given? 40,000. And as per the formula, you have to multiply it by 100. So when you put that into use, this is how it will come. 3,600, divide it by 40,000 into 100, you'll get 9 as the answer. Rate, because we are calculating the rate, you'll put the percentage symbol there. So rate of depreciation, you got 9%. So 9% on 40,000, if you calculate, your answer will be 3,600. So these are the two ways where you can calculate the depreciation as per the question. Either they'll give you a percentage straight away, which you will calculate on the original cost of the asset and you will get the depreciation value, or else you have to calculate annual depreciation like this. So whatever answer is coming, it is per month. Okay, children. So this is regarding your first illustration. Don't worry, I'll give the photographs. I'll put the snapshots of all these solved pages. So that is about first illustration. Have a look at your illustration number 2 as per the textbook. We have Radha and Company purchased machinery for rupees 45,000 on 1st January 2010. The estimated life of the machinery is 8 years and the residual value at the end of its life period is 5,000. The books are closed on 31st December every year. What you have to do in this question, you'll have to write the journal entries and you'll also have to prepare the machinery account and depreciation account for how many years? 3 years out of 8 years of the machinery's life. On which method? Straight line method. Okay, now this is how the question in depreciation will look, children. Name of the company will be given. When was the machinery purchased will be given. There are, scrap value, it's not compulsory that they would give, but even if it is given, you should know how to use it in the calculation of your annual depreciation. Number of years will be given, and they will very specifically tell for how many years you will have to make the account or the journal entries. Like here in this question, you are given to prepare for 3 years, and the method will be very clearly given. Straight line method or reducing balance method. These are the two methods you will be learning this year, and it will also be very clearly given that when are the books are being closed. You will be given 2 dates, children. Either it will be 31st December or it will be 31st March. The accounting period of the organizations from January to December or from 1st of April to 31st March. It will be very, very clearly given, children. Why? Because the financial statement is prepared yearly, and for that we need this information to be known. Okay, all right. So what are you asked to make? Journal entries and also to show the machinery account and depreciation account. Before we go further with these entries and accounts, we need to calculate the annual depreciation on the machinery to be provided. We are given all the information here, children. Annual depreciation formula, original cost of the asset, what is it given? 45,000 minus the estimated residual value, that is 5,000, and divide it by estimated useful life of the asset, that is 8 years. So when you minus 5,000 from 45,000, divided it by 8, you'll get 40,000 divided by 8. 40,000 divided by 8, you'll get your depreciation, your annual depreciation as 5,000 rupees. So that is what your annual depreciation is, children. This is very important to calculate. The annual depreciation is 5,000. After calculating this annual depreciation, we'll go for calculation of the writing of the journal entries. Journal entries. First, what happened in the organization? I'm sorry, I have no idea why this isn't. Yeah, now it's clear. Okay, first journal entry, children. If you see, we are asked to prepare the account for 3 years. First journal entry, what has happened first in the organization, or you say what is being mentioned first in the question? Purchase of machinery. You all have learned the journal entries in my previous video. When a machinery is coming into the organization, machinery account debited to bank account. What is the amount? 45,000. So how many years we have to prepare? 3 years, that is 2010 onwards. So 3 years we'll write the accounts for 2010, 2011 and 2012. The machine has got 8 years, means it's going to function till 2017. But because we are given 3 years, we'll write all this information only pertaining to 3 years. So the first and foremost entry will be the purchase of asset, which was done on 2010 January. Now we got a machinery for 45,000 into our organization. We used it throughout the year. By end of the year, when we are preparing our financial statement, obviously because of its wear and tear, because of the use of the machinery, the value of the machinery will reduce. We'll have to calculate depreciation. We already did. How much is the depreciation? 5,000. So depreciation 5,000, if we take out from 45,000, the value 5,000, if we deduct, what is the value of asset by end of the year? It will be 40,000. And this depreciation which we calculated, how do we write the journal entry? Depreciation account debited. On what are we calculating the depreciation? Which asset? We are calculating it on machinery. So we will write it as machinery. Give me a moment please. I'll just turn the page for you. I'm still on it. Just bear with me, children. Yes. So first entry, as I said, this is how you will write, children, journal entries in the books of Radha and Company. Format of the journal entry, you know, date, particulars, ledger folio. Ledger folio will go blank because we don't have that information right now. Debit and credit amount. So machinery is bought, we paid through check, we have written the bank account. Description will be being the machinery bought, and we'll show this 45,000 in our journal entries in our bookkeeping of our accounts books. So same 2010, the whole year we used this machinery, children. By end of the year, as per the rules of the accounts, we need to charge depreciation. Depreciation account debited to machinery account, because depreciation is an expense, it is debited, and this expense we have got because of the machinery which is going out. The value of the machinery which is lost is 5,000. This 5,000 we got from our previous calculation. Now depreciation is calculated, children, by end of the year when we are preparing financial statement to show this expense. We'll transfer this amount to our profit and loss account. If you remember profit and loss account, we post all the expenses on the debit side. So see how the entry has come. Depreciation, that is going to profit and loss account, and here instead of asset we are writing depreciation because the depreciation is calculated on that particular asset. Okay, so this is how first year we will be closing here with these three journal entries. If you remember in your journal entries, first entry you learnt was about purchase of machinery, then you learnt how to charge depreciation, then how to transfer it, and in case if the machinery is sold, how to transfer the sale on asset and loss on asset. That you will be seeing in further illustrations, children. So for now, the first year journal entries we are done. You should be very careful when you are writing the journal entries, because from here you will prepare the accounts. Alright, so the first year it is over. Now we will come to the second year. In the second year, that is 2011, we don't have any information in the illustration that we bought any asset or we sold any asset. So what I meant to say is the same asset we are again using the next year, 2011, as it has an estimated lifetime of 8 years. Now we will put our second and third entry there. That is, by end of the year again we have to charge depreciation in 2011. Again the same depreciation will be transferred to profit and loss account. Everything will be same, children, only the dates will change for this illustration. Have a look. 2011, by end of the year, that is December 31st, while preparing our financial statements, we charged the depreciation and we are transferring this to profit and loss account on the expenses side. The next year, 2012, when we are preparing the journal entries, the same will come again. Again we are charging depreciation and again we are transferring it to our profit and loss account. So have a very good look, children, because you'll be copying all this information whatever I am giving here in your notebook, and it will be corrected. Please make a note of it. Any doubts, do not keep even a minute doubt, because you won't be able to solve, and further coming illustrations you'll have to do the solving part. I'll be conducting certain seminars on it. We'll select some children. Group division will be soon done in a day or two. So that was about journal entries, children. And from these journal entries, you can easily copy them to your account. What all accounts you are asked? You are asked to prepare the machinery account and you are asked to prepare the depreciation account. So if you see the first journal entry, we have machinery account to bank. So when you prepare machinery account, because bank is credited here, I mean the machinery is debited, we have to debit the machinery account. Opposite account you'll see it is bank, you will write it over there. Or in simple terms, I would say whatever is debited in journal entry you'll credit in your account, and whatever is credited you'll debit in your account against the name of that particular account. So if you see, you are asked to prepare machinery account and depreciation account. Machinery account, here you have opposite to it, you have bank. So bank will be posted. Here machinery is there. This depreciation will be posted. Will we post this account? We will not post this account into machinery because none of the accounts belong to the machinery account. Again, we'll post this depreciation. This profit and loss will not be posted. This depreciation in 2012 will post. This profit and loss will not be posted. In case if you are talking about depreciation account, depreciation is not there in this journal entry. It is machinery and bank, nowhere related with depreciation. So we'll not post this. We'll post depreciation to machinery account in the depreciation account. Likewise, profit and loss is there. Here also one of the accounts is depreciation. So this account also will go into the depreciation account. These two as well, and the last two journal entries as well. So have a look at the account, how we are going to make it. So this is how it's going to look, children. You'll write the heading machinery account. Within brackets, it's very must that you mention which method you are following. You'll write that. This is how the format of the machinery account going to be, or you say any ledger account. Debit and credit is must to be written on the top. In the format, it will be like date, particulars, journal folio. Just leave it blank. We don't have that information. Amount in rupees. Then again, credit side we have date, particulars, journal folio, amount in rupees. If you see the first journal entry, we have machinery to bank. Bank is credited here. We have debited. When did the dates you'll copy as it is? January to 1st, 2010, the machine is bought. The next journal entry, if you see depreciation to machinery, December 31st, we have charged. Again, this side also you'll put 2010, December 31st by depreciation account, 50,000. Now to make equal both the sides total, the debit is more, that is 45,000. Same we'll copy to the credit side. Now you see how much is the amount of difference to make it equal. So 5,000 already we have. If we have 40,000, that will be enough to make it to 45,000. This 40,000 will go under the heading of by balance C by D, which is to be carried down to the next year. There is a small contraction. This has to be B by D. All right. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that we bought a machinery of the worth of 45,000. We used throughout the year. It value depreciated, declined by 5,000. By end of the year, the original asset value we have is 40,000. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటున్నారంటే ఒక మెషిన్ని మనం 45,000కి కొని తెచ్చుకున్నాం. సంవత్సరం మొత్తం యూజ్ చేసాక దాని మీద నుంచి లాస్ ఆఫ్ వాల్యూ ఎంత అయిందంటే 5,000 అయింది. సో ఇప్పుడు బై ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇయర్, సంవత్సరం ఆఖరిని ఇప్పుడు మనం కొనుక్కున్న వస్తువు ఎంత ప్రైస్ ఉంటుంది, ఎంత అమౌంట్ ఉంటుంది, 40,000 అని అర్థం. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ ఇదే మెషిన్ని మనం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం, బ్యాలెన్స్ బి బై డి. నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ ద సేమ్ మెషిన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ బీయింగ్ యూజ్డ్ ఇన్ ది organization. 2011 Jan 1st we are using the same machine. Now the value of machine is not 45,000, it is 40,000 because we used it throughout the year. Its value has declined by 5,000. So this year now we started with 40,000. Throughout the year we used the machinery and its value is being depreciated by how much? 5,000. Now you will total both the sides, 40,000, 40,000. There is a deficit of 35,000. We'll write that. And this will go under the heading of balance C by D, means the value of the asset by December 31st, 2011 is 35,000. Next year again we are putting that asset into use with whose value is 35,000. Throughout the year it is used, its value has reduced by 5,000. Now the value of asset is 30,000. Both the sides you will total and you will show it. And here you have to also write 2013 January 1st to balance B by D. How much is it? 30,000. Means by the beginning of 2013 January 1st, the value of the asset which you bought in 2010 is 30,000. So here with this comparison in the further illustrations you will see, children, if a machinery is sold, if for example if I have sold this machinery, okay, I'll not confuse you while explaining that, I'll explain it. So we'll compare with this amount, value of the asset at the time of sales. If we sold it for more, it will be profit. If we sell it for less, it will be a loss. So this is how you will prepare the machinery account, children. Then you are asked to make the depreciation account. Depreciation account, this is how you will prepare. uh, date, particulars, GF, amount, debit, credit. Okay, now if you see here, we learn about how to prepare depreciation account, children. If you see the journal entry, depreciation to machinery, because we are preparing depreciation account, it has to be debited against the account, that is machinery will be written on the debit side. Same depreciation we are transferring to profit and loss account, because depreciation is credited here, we'll write profit and loss account in the depreciation account. So that is how we created a depreciation and we transferred that depreciation to the profit and loss account in the same year. So there won't be any balance carried down or balance brought down here, because the totals will match. Just have a look. 2010 December 31st we have charged depreciation on what? Machinery. Same date 2010 December 31st we transferred this depreciation to profit and loss account. Is there any change? Both the totals, if you see, they will match. Same year in the 2011 again we created depreciation on machinery. So depreciation will be written, machinery will be written here. Profit and loss we transferred, profit and loss on the credit side. Both the sides will be equal. In 2012 again we created a depreciation and again we transferred to profit and loss account, machinery to profit and loss account. So this is how you'll show your depreciation account, children. It's a beautiful chapter. Please pay attention. Any doubts, just call me back. Thank you for listening, class. Good day.